I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right?
Welcome, everyone. You're now listening to the Say With Your Chest podcast. And I'm your host, Mr. Lightskin Keith Sweat. Thank you to everyone who's still listening, who continue to share, who continue to repost. I appreciate everyone. Please make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. You're giving me the most views I've ever gotten. I posted a clip recently and I got over 1,000 in a day. That's big for me. And I'm getting a lot more love over that way than I was getting where I know people actually know me in real life. So shout out to YouTube, not so much shouting out the people who know me a little bit. But thank you to those who be listening. I really do appreciate all of the love. And thank you for growing with me. I appreciate those who have been listening when there was only audio. And I definitely appreciate those who are rocking with me with the video. Hope you're liking what you're seeing. Thank you. Now, our birthday coming up real soon. Real soon. The days are ticking. We're not that excited. We're not overly excited. It's just another day, actually. But it's a big milestone. And I'm pretty happy that I'm even able to make this milestone. A lot of people not making the milestone. So thank you, Lord, for waking me up another day. Hopefully I get to make it to my day. But less than a month, your boy been in the gym. Your boy been working out extra. I just feel like I don't know what the outfit gonna be, but I want to look good in it. So I'm motivated. I'm always motivated. I'm always looking for something to motivate me, to inspire me to do better. Sometimes it's through my own mistakes, and sometimes I need to learn from them and do better the next time, if given the opportunity. But sometimes you always given the opportunity in the next situation. I'm always grateful for the awareness and accountability. I was telling my uncle earlier, shout out to him. He just turned 55. Again, we all getting a little older, okay? So shout out to everybody making some big birthdays this year. And look, even if you don't think it's that big, every birthday should be big. Celebrate while you're here. I was telling my uncle that I'm thinking about getting an at-home sauna, and something else I think I might get. I might get me another tattoo. I think I want to complete my arm, turn it into a sleeve, and I actually want a leg tattoo. So I'm thinking about doing something this guy I've been following. He's starting to post some more about his pricing, and that's what I care about the most. So something might be coming soon. It might be time to treat myself. Now you can also treat me by buying some merch. I appreciate any little love, especially the free love, but if you want to do a little extra, buy some merch. Click the link, show some love. Everything's much appreciated. Repost if you don't want to spend no money. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you get a couple subscribers. If you're telling somebody you're liking something over this way, I appreciate the support. That's what you could do for my birthday. Something related to the pod. Now you can also listen to the playlist on Tidal. Again, support black owned or used to be black owned stuff, I think. But support good music because I got one of the best playlists out, R&B and hip hop. So the slaps, that's the hip hop ish because I need to reorganize some things, but all the new current slaps. And if you want a little bit more of an R&B vibe, check out Love Up On Me playlist. Again, on Tidal. Again, support, subscribe. You can follow the playlist. Again, I'm making other changes, and I got some special playlists besides that got some other little vibes. Again, only special stuff. Again, we gonna limit ourselves real soon. I'm just gonna let y'all know. We're not even reposting no more on social media. We didn't already made that determination. It's not getting enough love. I'm gonna go where the love at. Shout out again, YouTube. That's where the love at. That's where we gonna be at. We like who like us. I ain't gonna hold you. So YouTube liking on me these days, that's where I'm gonna be at. And everywhere else, not showing the kind of love I'm looking for based on my standards. So I'm gonna limit myself in those other platforms. But YouTube about to get even more love from me real soon. So check me out on YouTube. Even more things gonna come that way. Even more content. So follow, subscribe. Moving on. Easter is coming up this weekend. So I hope y'all going to church. A lot of y'all like the bunny rabbit version of Easter. Teach. A lot of y'all spending a lot of money on eggs this time of the year for them kids. I don't know. They will be getting fake eggs with no money in it based on the times we in right now. It'll be a nice message. Do good in school or something like that. Keep that in mind. But we showing love and positivity. We not giving our money out right now. Tough times for everybody, okay? Hold on to a couple dollars. Give somebody some tips or something like that. Something free for you, okay? Keep that in mind. Don't show that kind of love that costs money. Maybe even do some physical labor or something. Provide some type of a service. But nothing where you exchanging financial dollars, okay? So Easter this Sunday, I hope y'all going to church. I know that's where I'm going to be at. Now I know 420 is also on Easter, so for those who support, you could go to church first too. I'm just saying. You go to early mass. A lot of people should be going to early mass, not late mass, especially if you a consistent churchgoer like myself. I'm not going to 10 o'clock service. I'm not going to the service where everybody can wake up and kind of sleep in a little bit if they did something Saturday night and still make it to church on time. I need to go to the earliest service on Easter to make sure I beat out all the people who don't usually be at church. And even some of the people who go but who can't always make it because they don't wake up early enough. I need to make sure I'm there super early for the 8 o'clock church service because I don't want to play around. I know people at this church, they be dressing up. They be kind of on time. So I want to make sure I'm on time. I won't be like them black folk who be coming straggling in the church. I don't like that. Couldn't be at my church. Y'all wouldn't be able to interrupt the people who are already seated, okay? We gonna make sure we fill up the front before we allow so many people to be in the back. We ain't gonna be wanting to fill up the front of the church while church already going on, okay? I don't like that sometimes. I think that's a distraction. We're gonna eliminate all distractions at church, all right? We just trying to praise and fellowship, okay, a little bit more. But hope y'all got y'all church outfits already laid out. Don't wait till Saturday night to pull out that old ass suit, all right? That suit that's too big, all right, fellas? Talking to y'all. I know at this new church I'm at, they don't like to wear ties. I believe in ties. I'm sorry. I like a nice bow tie, a nice, fresh, clean bow tie you ain't seen yet. That's me. And this church ain't seen too many. I be putting them on right in the pew. I don't care. Sometimes I be rushing and I'm going to wait till the last minute and I don't need a mirror to put on the bow tie. So I'm going to be dressed to impress with the tie on. But I've noticed a lot of the guys at this church, they might wear the coat, but no tie. Something about the t-shirt, sport coat with the casual shoes look they like over here. They're a little more regular this way. They not super dressy these times. I get it. I still like a little dress up, at my church. I like a little more, you can't wear everything over here type church. You can't do what you want. They say you can't eat and drink. No outside food and drinks is what they say on the sign. Not like the other church I used to go to. You can bring whatever you want. They were selling snacks. They had a concession stand in the morning. Biscuit sandwiches, donuts, cheap too, So I don't know. Sometimes free. Always some free coffee. I don't know. This church, not so much. But again, I like that. I like structure. I like rules and regulations. Not too much, but a little something. I might break a few, but I still like them to be around to minimize some of them other people. That's more on them, not as much on me. Not too much on me, more on other people, okay? So the rules might not be all the way for me. I mean, they for me, but they lighter on me sometimes if I'm going to do right. So keep that in mind, maybe. But go to church. Be prepared. Start your week off right. I say that, all the time, but especially this week, Again, some of the people don't usually go to church. I wish you stay home, but we welcome all. Pastor said this past Sunday, we need to be better witnesses. He said, we going to church, but we ain't fellowshipping as much after church. We not trying to recruit is what he be saying. I said, you right. I be talking about the Lord, though. I be saying stuff, but I ain't that friendly. I ain't inviting nobody to church, not my church. I'm inviting you to go to church, but not to my church, okay? That's not where I won't run into you at, okay? I'm not trying to run into you. It's my preference, but I just want you to be in somebody's church, praising and worshiping because we need it. The world need it. Everybody in the world need church. Somebody church, praising somebody. Higher up, listening to somebody else but yourself. Again, I don't know. Seemed like nobody had mamas and daddies who had rules. Everybody had mom and daddy, but don't mean they had rules, okay? And guess who your mom and daddy should have been getting their rules from? Not just they mom and daddy, God, a little bit, some spiritual something. And if you didn't have none, it ain't never too late to learn. Teach yourself something. Figure it out. They always calling somebody up at the end of church. Somebody won't come, rededicate themselves. Or dedicate if you ain't never, But they rededicate, they dedicate, they do it all. Anything in between. Especially new members that we still ain't. We ain't raising our hand. They be calling people to the back quick. And there was a few people who didn't know they were going to get called that, they said they going to stand up and let everybody know I'm new. I had a good time. Then, you be having a good time. The minister of music, he be singing. He be nice. I learned when I do open my church, again, it ain't going to be your normal church. I'm not even going to disrespect the Lord and call it a church, okay? But when I open up something, just know the first thing I'm going to have to get is that minister of music or ministress of music, whatever the word is, the female of music, because, it might be too much testosterone for me, you know what I mean? We need the ladies, you know what I mean? I don't know. We need somebody who's singing, none the least, Fantasia, where you at? I ain't heard too much. I heard you at Coachella, but where you at? Heard you might be at Jazz Fest. So maybe I need to come see you, see if you want to come join the church. But got to start with the music. The music set the tone. Even when pastor don't know what he want to say, can y'all sing something? It don't matter what you're saying. Whatever hit your spirit is what he said this past Sunday. He said, just wrap us up with something. Guy came up, oh, whatever I want, I could freestyle. Okay. And gave you harmonies, So that's what I noticed. My first church, I'm gonna have to have me somebody singing. I know y'all don't want to hear from me. I don't mind singing. I'm a freestyle too. I'll be making up words as I go. So, follow along. Do you. But we got to have the vibes, all right? I might just be DJing and stuff and chiming in when I want to, a little bit like most pastors be doing. But church was really good, recently. I've been liking what I've been liking, I will say, however, they do need my dollars. Amen, amen. Please lock the doors. Please lock the doors, everybody. He say, sit back down. I don't like that. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like getting up, feeling like this is the last song. Everybody can't rededicate it. I ain't put my hand up for new members again. About the fifth, sixth time, I'm regular now a little bit, even though I ain't talking to nobody, but I'm not signing up. So we didn't went past that. I'm thinking grab your coat, grab your purses, ladies, let's roll. They say sit back down. They bring out, another pastor who come out and want, let everybody know ways that they can contribute and what they gonna contribute to, what they funds going to. They breaking it down. But I was spoiled recently, like I said before. The last church wasn't begging. They got a piece of a segment, but they not waiting till the last minute. I noticed that part. And it's in and out, pause. We just saying we got something and this is a way or two, and then they get on to something else real quick. That's it. Seem like they talking more about what they doing with the money, not how you could be giving the money. I don't know, but they need the money at this church, and I ain't the giving type. So I'm figuring that out. I'm thinking about going back. I don't know, but I'm feeling good a little bit. The music, the atmosphere, it's looking good, looking like me. So I feel good. I don't know. Again, I don't feel good about what they asking me with my pockets, but I'm feeling good. Now, something else real quick I want to share. Real quick. Weird story. God be talking. Sometimes you need to be listening. Now, a few weeks ago when I went to the church, maybe the second time I went, I noticed a guy in there looked familiar. Very familiar. I wasn't sure. But on the way out, I actually saw the guy again at the door. I said, But of course, if you know me, I did not say a word. Cool, because I'm not looking for friends, if you know me. So I come back a few more weeks later. This the guy who giving the opening and the closing. And I'm liking what he's saying, but I can't stop thinking that this guy looks familiar. Someone from back in the day, not nobody recently. But again, I'm cool with just thinking that, right? So the head pastor eventually comes in and thanks the guy for opening up, doing a great job, says his name. I said, that name sound super familiar. I know this guy got to be somebody I kind of know, at least back in the day. Now, I leave. Of course, I didn't speak. So, church over with. I get home. I see some messages on my phone from some old classmates letting me know an old classmate of mine passed away. Very sad to hear. Not really sure what happened. Do seem a little, I don't know. Okay. One of the classmates, he was doing some deep diving. Again, don't do no deep diving when I go, okay? Don't post nothing about me when I go. I just want sidebar. Don't mention my name, please. I don't like it a little bit. I don't like people going and saying rest in peace and condolences, especially if you wasn't really chatting. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know why, but I don't like it. I respect what people be doing for others, but let my let my wishes please go on the record. I don't want nobody to say nothing about me. Please move around. Cry in peace. I will haunt those who don't act accordingly. I don't know. That's how I feel. I don't know. God might fix me when I get up there. I don't know. But right now, that's how we coming. We letting everybody know. Act accordingly. Act like you would act if I was here. If you wouldn't do it and I was here, don't do it when I'm gone. Please don't do it when I'm gone. So I appreciate that. All love and support. Thanks again. But it's so ironic that the guy who passed away that I went to school with looked just like the guy at church. I said, this can't be a coincidence. I do some further research, come to find out they brother. Now I'm like, whoa, God, what you doing? What you saying? Now I think I'm gonna have to eventually go introduce myself. But this not the best timing, I don't believe, so condolences to the Walkers. I don't know what happened, but if he was in my class, we making birthdays this year, and we ain't that old, okay? But whatever it was, it's just a sad thing. So condolences. Uh, some more condolences. Another friend of mine, I just got a phone call today. Somebody I used to be super duper close with. She passed away. I don't know all the details. I done heard some things, and I don't like some things I done heard. I don't like some of the mystery of what I've heard thus far, but I hate, again, stuff start trickling, again, but what you gonna do? Condolences, super condolences this way. I don't know what happened. I just want to pray for the family. Again, people I grew up with, distant family. Pray for her kids. Pray for the family members. Some more rest in pieces out here. We're going to get it all out the way right now real quick. I don't know what's going on in the world, God. I don't know. We need you more than ever. Hey, Resurrection Sunday coming up. Y'all better go to church. Y'all better be on time. Y'all better be looking good. Dress to impress this Sunday. You want him to give you something, give him something. Don't be giving him them wrinkled clothes. You better be ironing them clothes at least. Please, give him something. Show him something. Don't just show the streets. Show the church. Show him something when you step in there. But we need him more than ever right now. You see out there in Dominican Republic what's going on. You could be out there dancing, having a good time. Hearing your good little music. Drake was on. Drake was on. Not that Kendrick. Drake was on. They were dancing. They were 1-2 stepping, okay? And I don't know what happened in there. I remember going to DR a few times. Not too much on me. Shout out to those who I went with. Not too much on them. We're going to keep them names private. But always a blast. But I remember a lot of people going to clubs. I went to a few clubs, I mean, we've all been somewhere in the world where they had a roof. The roof is on fire. This is sad. I should have maybe not said that. But sorry, rest in peace, condolences. God is what we need. That's all I'm saying. Was God on your side reminding you to do your taxes? Because right now he can't save you. You just need to do them. Don't be asking for no forgiveness when they say how much you owe, okay? You just go ahead and get in that payment plan. That's it. Ask them to spread it out a little bit, Paul. Spread that thing out all year. Don't just do 2-3 months. You need all year to pay that money back. So, ask to see how long of an extension you can get. Because you need the max. But please go and pay your taxes now. Sidebar. I said this last episode, and it was in one of my clips. I posted the clip on YouTube, and some random guy felt like he wanted to send a nice little message talking about I didn't know what I was talking about. And I'm like, but guy, I actually do. I know a few things in this department. I'm just trying to give some feedback, some love. Again, if you don't know, don't shoot the messenger just because you don't know how to validate my credentials. And that's what I told him. People gonna know I like to chit chat. I like to respond back. I got something to say in a nice, professional, respectful way, though. Okay, with love, but tough love. Come in peace, please. We all need to respect the difference more, but still show love some kind of way. Find the love sometimes through the issue, through the differences. There's still some love. There still should be some caring for others, some respect, the difference somewhere. You'll usually find it through the love. Everything through the love now. Now, one thing I don't really love is Texas passing this new law that's requiring guys to pay child support before the kid get here. Now, I know there's some expenses, some co-pays, a lot of expenses toward the baby room and all the necessities that you're going to need in the beginning. You're going to always be spending some money, but child support, that's based on how much you make, not based on how much it is to take care of a kid. To be required to do that before the kid even get here, fellas, move. I'm not even gonna tell y'all to, strap up. I'm not gonna say that, fellas. Y'all don't do that. We not the best at that, okay? We don't like that. It feels bad. It feels so much bad. But when you seeing it be like this, fellas, this just signing yourself up for failure, okay? I'm not saying it's wrong to have kids. I'm just saying it's wrong to have kids like this, okay? Under these credentials. Not all the ladies playing fair. Some people just want the child support. Keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. And if they could get it before the child even get there, I don't know. Be careful. Leave. That's all I'm saying. Don't play where it's danger at. Leave the danger. Play where it's safer at. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving forward. You thought it was safe to give your information so that you could learn more about yourself. They say 23andMe going bankrupt and they selling everything, and people want that data. They want your information. And if they get it, you don't know what they're going to do with it. Just like Elon. That's why they don't like Elon. Because he got too much power. Because he got too much money. And y'all keep buying them cars. I don't owe you. I see them Teslas everywhere I go. And not just the Cybertrucks. Y'all like the regular ones too. So, you can't expect change and you're still supporting the people's pockets. You can't expect nobody to do something for you and you still won't keep spending money. You still won't keep showing love in a financial way. You won't change. Stop spending money. That's where it's at. That's the only thing people listen to. Now, hey Trump, you're doing too much, bro. I'm tired of responding to them emails. I ain't gonna hold you. But I keep giving you the same response. So I guess you're not checked. So not too much. Because you're gonna keep getting the same response till somebody say something. Because that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm working on. So why I keep saying something different? But why are you removing Miss Harriet Tubman all the information? That was low, bro. You're doing a lot of low, disrespectful stuff. And look, you gonna hear it first. Juneteenth holiday is gonna be going away soon once he realized that it's there. Once he realized that it came around when old Joe was around, okay? Keep that in mind. See, when Joe was around doing stuff, everything going on when he was here, Trump trying to change all that back, okay? So Once he realized this holiday, he already don't like the government employees as we still going into work every day. Anybody want to know what I want for my birthday? I want to work from home. That's what I want. Please ask for me to be able to work from home again, please. See, me, I never took it for granted. I used it. I appreciated it. And I desire it again, okay? So, please, I'll be your friend a little bit, Trump. Not too much, super quietly, but I'll stop talking bad about you. At least on the podcast. I could do that. I could definitely do that, okay? So, please bring back telework. You really want this reduction in workforce. My job decided we don't need our administrative department anymore, so they cut all of them. Now, I don't know if that makes up 30%, but it's sad to see some of these admin ladies and men. I don't know if there's too many men, but the admin ladies that I've grew to love over my career, 16 years, not too much on me, we getting old, so 16 years, I've met a lot of ladies who've helped me out. Your admin, you need to show love to. They give you all the secrets. They keep you in the loop on what's going on. That's where you need to be friendly at. Again, I'm friendly only where friendliness need to be done at work, okay? They got a potluck coming up tomorrow. They already know I'm not bringing nothing. They say, Terrell, please come, though. Please come, just bring your own food like you normally do, but don't not come. I want you to come. So I said, all right, I'll think about it. I'm still thinking about it, so hopefully I'll sleep well tonight. But, Trump, why you doing this, bro? A lot of people having to make a lot of changes that they wasn't planning to do. Now, again, it's making people have to think about their future a lot more efficiently. Plan a little bit more. Prioritize a little more smarter. See, I like that. You should have been doing a lot of that. I ain't gonna hold you. Again, I don't like the racism, Trump. That's my issue, bro. I like some of the strategies you're doing. I don't think you need to go about everything the old-fashioned ways, but I wish you had a little more love in your heart for others. You too selfish. You care about golf way too much, bro. Now, you're doing all this tariff stuff, trying to say, whoa, slow your roll. We could play back too. Everything come from out there. So I hope y'all already bought everything you need. And guess what? You don't need anything else right now. Take a break. Time for y'all to stop spending some money for a minute. I know y'all don't know how to do that. God gonna bring back COVID again. Stop playing around. He already trying to mess with y'all eggs, but y'all still eating eggs. I was talking to the admin lady, recently. I said, hey, bro, you could chill on the eggs. Everybody I see still eat the eggs. I say, hey, you could chill on the eggs. You could let it go for a minute. You don't need it. They say, I need it. Part of my routine. I need them boiled eggs. I say, dang. Even when the price keep going up, they say, yeah. I say, dang, okay. Okay. I guess it tastes that great. I don't know. It be a lot of people still be needing it that don't be losing no weight, though. I don't know, but not too much. Y'all could do better, all right? Everybody could do a little bit better, including you, Trump. Leave us alone for a while. Find somebody else to mess with. I'm gonna say not them, not too much on them. Because you want 125, we got 125. You want 150, we got 150. They matching energy. Now, I like matching energy, so I don't know. Now, I'm not with TikTok right now, so I thought we were staying away. I'm liking the Americanness a little bit. I'm liking this American way, and this American approach we kind of trying to go about, I like some of that. I think we need some of that back. Everybody else got it. All the other countries got it. We don't have it until it's the Olympics. Now everybody want to wear red, white, and blue. If it ain't the Olympics every 4 years, we ain't liking each other. We ain't that American. Everywhere else you go, they rock with their country. Now, we can't just keep playing around like that. Again, we need a country that rock with us back, so we need to be boycotting and protesting. They doing all the protesting right now. on Trump and Elon. Seemed like it's a lot of people who was already voting for him, though. Might be my coworker. I don't know. I need to ask. But it seemed like a lot of people conflicted with their initial decision. They wish they didn't make that choice. Now, don't be like Kamala, who saying she told you so. That was low, Kamala. I'm sorry. That was a little dirty. You still bitter. A lot of these ladies be bitter. A lot of these ladies be salty. I don't know. Not too much on the ladies. I don't know. But everybody ain't ready to move forward. But she ain't wrong. Outside of being low and dirty, she not wrong. See, that's what they say about me. They say, hey, too low. What are you doing too much, T? I say, but am I wrong? They say, it don't matter. I say, damn. But it do. If I'm right, I get to do some of that some of the times. I want to know the numbers on how many people really changed their mind right now. Who upset? Because they was a package deal. But now all of a sudden you're mad at they doing what they said they was going to do. See, a lot of y'all didn't believe it. A lot of y'all thought y'all wasn't going to be impacted negatively. Everybody thought it was going to be somebody else doing something. Now you're having to face the reality that you just like everybody else. Pastor was saying that the other day, just because we look different, we got so many similarities. And we should come together more because we got these things in common that should bring us more together. But we won't. Pastor say, hey, back in the day, we used to let our neighbors watch our houses when we wasn't there, get our mail for us, keep an eye on our kids if we wasn't home sometimes, borrow some sugar, sometimes some more sugar. I don't know how close you are with your neighbors, but my point is people was close back in the day. But he say not too much these days. People barely speaking. I say, hey, I'm one of them, Pastor. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't the friendliest. Shout out to my neighbor right now. We working through some things. I got to fix that grass situation I told y'all about. It's coming back around, so we coming back around a little bit, so it's going good. It's almost over, so hopefully it don't add up to be more than what I think it's gonna be. So, but I don't be speaking like that. If you don't speak to me, I don't speak to you. I got them cameras that gonna speak. Gonna keep an eye when I ain't around. That's all I need. Good security, good doors with a good lock system, good key code. So, I don't know. And whatever else I got inside, I need that. But these days you can't trust everybody, and you gotta realize we didn't grow up with each other. A lot of people moved from all over the place. Back in the day, people knew each other. People knew their peoples. Somebody knew something. There wasn't too many strangers that was just right there. And people wasn't really trusting each other until over time developed, until people went through some things, experienced some things, some positive things, that then you say, hey, maybe we need to lean on each other at times. But it definitely take two to tango. I ain't gonna hold you. Ain't never one person responsibility to do all the work. Definitely take two people to do something. So building that relationship take time. So over time, maybe one day I might build better rapport with my neighbors. Working on it, Pastor. That's why I'm in church, trying to learn, get the teaching. I could be better. He ain't done with me. That's why hopefully I'm still able to be here long enough to keep working and being better. Now I see a lot of y'all not doing too better because I see a lot of y'all still at Target though. Now I heard their numbers still low, so good job for those who still staying strong, finding somewhere else to shop at. Now I know a lot of us just shopping on Amazon because they deliver to the house. I get it. Hey, cheaper prices anyway, but they talking, we ain't like how you was doing it. We was real supportive of you, bro. So do better next time, I guess. We not coming back right now. I don't know what'll make us come back, but we don't like how you been treating us. We wasn't really liking that little one section of Black History stuff during the month of February anyway, even though it was getting a little bit better, but we realize now that we were wrong in still supporting the bare minimum. We should have demanded more. So we still want more. We still need you to lose more. Bring your prices down some more. I don't know. But we need you to feel our pain a little bit more. So you're going to keep losing a few more dollars. Sorry about that. Now, some other people losing money, and who I think going to continue to lose money going forward is the airline industry. A lot of y'all can't wait to go somewhere. Can't wait to be somewhere different than where you're currently at. Now, I keep telling you, this is not the time to spend money. A lot of y'all going to regret it. I'm sorry. I don't want to jinx you, but I want to prepare you. I think you need to invest in something at the house. Treat yourself. But treat yourself to something at home. Something nice that you're going to be able to keep looking at for a while. Stop eating out so much. Stop going out so much. A lot of y'all won't be outside so much. I don't see nobody in the kitchen. Nobody entertaining at their house. Nobody got a nice patio or something that they won't sit at with a few friends. Nobody got their nice wine at the house. Everything going on. I was out of town recently. I thought I was going to treat myself to some papados. Now, I don't really be eating papados when I'm at home now, but it was nearby. I needed some seafood. I said, why not? But I looked at the menu first online. You got to check, see what they special, see what's going on. When you ain't been somewhere in a minute, when you still undecided. And I saw their prices damn near triple. Okay? Something I used to pay $15, $20, looking more like $50, $60. I'm like, dang. I know they're not giving more portions. The portions wasn't the heaviest back then. Even my famous spinach dip, $25. I said, why? Again, they coming for your pockets, and we not making that much more money. So why everything got to go up so much on my bill? That's all I'm saying. Why you can't spread that out a little bit more? I don't know. But I'm not going to keep supporting. I definitely went and bought me some crab legs from Kroger. And guess what? Some of the best crab legs I've made in a minute. I really took my time this time. Added some extra little things. I had been watching a few videos. Look, once I perfect the recipe, we in here. I'm just trying to figure out how to get it in larger quantities. Right now, we could do about 4 to 6 pounds with ease. Trying to get up a little bit more, but we taking our time because we want that flavor to be inside. A lot of y'all be having all y'all flavor on the outside because y'all eat at Juicy Crab and stuff like that. Look, that ain't what I'm used to. I like the flavor to be inside the claws, okay? Inside the meat, all right? Not on top of it. I got to be dipping my crab meat in some type of sauce or some, gravy or some butter or something. I don't want to do all that, all right? That ain't how I'm accustomed to eating my crab legs, all right? I like flavorful crab legs, not saucy crab legs, okay? So keep that in mind. But for me, I haven't been enjoying eating out. I think I cook a little bit better than most places for some reason, especially the type of things I'm eating, and the quality is just not matching the price. Even though I'm still sticking to some of my local places that the price is still fairly reasonable, even though I'm still noticing I'm liking what I'm getting and they still consistent in the quantity, but the quality ain't even all that. I really could do better. I just try more to not being lazy, and to be honest, I'm investing more in the ingredients and I'm able to make it more. I was able to make me a nice breakfast the other morning, better than Waffle House, with the waffle. And I realized this would have cost almost $30 in today's time because I had the eggs too. So, that's up in price. And I'm like, wow, all because I don't want to go pay for it. And again, I know I be nickel and diming in some areas, but I remember going out used to be a treat. It used to be a reward. It used to be a celebration. And now it's just like you eat out more than you cook, and I never really experienced it like that. I never valued it like that. I just And then that's before even adding in the price component. But a lot of people feel like it's not worth cooking, But I will tell you, if you're going inside to work every day or pretty frequently, you're not having no lunch and you're eating out at lunch too. So I get the fellowship, but just know it adds up. Your eating out budget is pretty high. So if you looking for areas to cut back at, start there. Now y'all need to also invest in a new bag to travel with. On my trip recently, I noticed people weren't necessarily prepared with their luck. And Southwest already starting to have little issues with the bags. They said there wasn't enough people checking bags on my last flight. They had everybody boarding in the C section check their bags at the gate. They said the weight balance, something needed to be redistributed, and they wasn't going to have enough space up above anyway. So, luckily, I was not in the seat because I believe in a carry-on or two always, no matter where I'm going. So, invest in some good travel bags. Some of the bags, they got the good zippers. Buy them backpacks that you get to put on your back, not the ones you're carrying on the shoulders, ladies. Not another purse. Get you a nice travel bag that you can travel international if you needed to. Almost like if you was hiking somewhere and you need to carry something. Get you one of them. All right? That's going to come in handy with a real nice carry-on. My sister just bought her some new luggage. I thought that was kind of cute. Some nice carry-on pieces, okay? But some efficient carry-on pieces. Something that's going to hold some things, all right? Because a lot of y'all like to check bags. It ain't going to be no more checking bags. I want to see if you're going to be paying them prices when they go up. A lot of y'all don't be flying American and Delta like that, especially when they require y'all to pay for some more bags. Everybody be flying when the price of the ticket cheap, but everybody ain't paying to check bags. Keep that in mind. A lot of y'all flying Spirit, and y'all ain't checking bags on Spirit either. So, again, keep all that in mind. Be prepared. Hey, I also want to give some rest in peace condolences to everybody who then lost their lives in these plane accidents all over the world. They had an accident in Florida. You have the helicopter crash in New York. Say about 6 people was on that. I always been scared of helicopters. It was always too small for me. That's scary, okay? I don't, I know it's worse for those who actually live in it. So again, condolences. It's scary to be traveling right now. And it's not like this the first time we didn't have some plane crashes in the world, all over time. But I just feel like we got a lot going on right now. We need to sit back and just watch. We need to sit back and strategize. We need to sit down and come together right now. Build, get on the same wavelength, find ways to make more money, find ways to save some more money. Again, that's what we need to be doing. I know we want to send our kids to school. You see, Harvard was saying y'all could go there for free. I'm just going to let y'all know they're going to have to change their mind on that. Because right now they dealing with some things with Trump, and Trump just stopped some money going their way. And they said a few $1 billion. Now, I didn't know you could even be getting a few $1 billion, and I'm still paying student loans. So what happened to that? Can I get some of that? Can I get any of that? Because I told my kid, hey, we might need to consider Harvard if they paying like that, okay? I don't know if we qualify, but we're going to figure out a way to qualify. And we're going to let you go there if they paying right. But they got their own issues right now with Trump. He don't like who he don't like, and he not playing fair at all. So it's hard to play against anyone who don't play by the rules. However, there's always people high. You just got to look high. That's all I'm gonna say. Sometimes you got to let go and let God. I don't know. Seem like Canada, Mexico, then just got quiet. He ain't even talking about them right now. Sometimes be quiet and see what happens. What I do know is Everybody better have what they call a real ID by May 7th. Now, you only got a couple weeks, so I don't know how you get one. You better look it up. I'm not going to help show you no links, but figure it out if you're trying to travel somewhere. They say your regular driver's license might not work unless it's one a little more updated recently. I checked. I saw mine qualified. They say if you got a star on there, it works. It's updated. I got one. So check your ID, see if you got a star. If not, you need to be walking around with your passport. Now, I know a lot of y'all, you waiting till the last minute to get your passport when you're traveling internationally. There's always somebody scrambling to get that. You just get that, if you want to travel international one day. Again, I told y'all right now, this ain't the time to be wanting to go, but this might be the time to be applying and making sure making sure all your paperwork is right so that you can go. See how that works? Get all your shots, get all your clearances, figure all that out, your logistics, but just don't go right now, okay? Just do all the planning and coordinating, figure out where you might want to go, where you might want to stay, get all the details, but don't go right now, okay? Save up for it. Plan it out, though, to make you feel better a little bit, but don't go. Now, some people who been waiting to go in space finally went. All-female crew, Katy Perry, Gayle King. I don't know why people know it, y'all. I don't know. Everybody want to see something. Everybody want to experience something. It'd be a lot of lonely people won't be looking and seeing. I ain't going to hold you. A lot of people who might not have nobody at home always got something to be needing to do. Not too much on nobody right now, but the latest all-female cast. I don't know what that meant, because they wasn't really doing nothing, but they were all female, and I'm happy they made it back safely. So we're gonna just move on. I don't know why y'all need to go. Just know if it's for you, you ain't gonna get to go for free like they did. They gonna charge you. So I guess you're gonna be with me watching and hearing everybody else go who can't afford it, because it will become affordable for some down the line. They just testing it out right now still, because not all the time it be working. Just a month ago, something didn't make it up. It was a test, something, but it didn't make it all the way. I don't know if it's the same people, because I'm not going. I'm not keeping a close eye. But just know, sometimes when it's too dangerous, maybe it's too dangerous. And maybe God might step in. Now, I've been outside having to cut the grass lately due to all this rain we get and the grass starting to grow back, the trees coming, the pollen coming. I had to put on a whole mask out here, okay? So, again, if you're riding with your windows down, I'm judging you. Sorry. If you're hanging out outside, I might be judging you. I don't know. It's not falling as thick as it was before, Paul, but it is still coming down. My car's still dirty, okay? So just know I get my car done every day, just about every other day. So I notice when it get dusty and the car didn't move. That's pollen. That's not just dust. All right. So just know I looked it up. It said it doesn't end really till sometime in May, but it will lessen a little bit toward the end of April. So I'm hoping by my birthday we could be outside, because I'm not gonna be outside with no mask on for my birthday. Just letting you know. Anytime before that, then it is what it is. But do your projects yourself at home. Just had an exterminator come out, check out a couple things, gave a nice estimate. Estimate was over $2,000. I said, bruh, whoa, thank you for your time, I guess I need to figure out how to go up there and figure it out myself. But can't just be giving people that type of money for some labor. But something that you don't want to do, something they know you don't want to do, they charging you. I ain't gonna hold you. Something they know you might not be capable of doing, they charging you, just letting you know. And you're not gonna like the quality. Not like you would if you did it yourself. So if you want to save a few dollars, and if you want great quality, just know you should do it yourself. You should do a lot of the work yourself. Maybe you need to outsource a few things, but do as much as you can yourself and watch how much money you save in the long term. So keep that in mind. As I'm always giving y'all recommendations, I hope y'all listening. Shout out to me, but also let me know your recommendations if you got something for me. And if you disagree with any of my feedback, keep it to yourself. No, yeah, keep it to yourself, please. But give me your recommendations. If you have any new shows that's jamming, something that's already ongoing, something that got a lot of episodes, but something real good. If you got something that's, great quality, recommend, please. But a lot of people regretting the fact that Pop the Balloon is now on Netflix, especially from the first episode. And they saying they thought it was a black show. They thought it was more African American. And some of the first episodes not looking so African American, okay? So people noticing a lot of things. Even one of the guys said some lady reminded him of somebody hanging upside down from a tree. Now, I don't know if she being hung. I don't know if he trying to call her some type of monkey. I don't know. But he should have got his ass whipped. That's all I'm saying. And all money ain't good money. That's all I'm going to say. Sometimes don't take the money. Do it yourself. Do a little more work. Find a way to invest in things yourself versus asking for so much help. Keep that in mind. A lot of y'all judging. A lot of y'all don't even know what y'all like. So again, I don't even understand why people be rejecting so many other people. You would think people would be doing a little more trial and error. But also, as I've told y'all, we don't trust our neighbor as much. I understand how it's not as easy to trust people. So keep that in mind. Be safe out here. Don't use people because people might want to hurt you. We in them times, ladies. I ain't going, there's a lot more ladies. But hey, fellas, don't be hurting these ladies' feelings either. These ladies, they know how to shoot and stab too. Okay? So keep that in mind. These ladies, they know what they're doing. They're just as strong as us men, if not stronger. And they got a lot more rage and animosity sometimes. So keep that in mind. Them emotions might be flowing, might have them doing some things. So everybody treat everybody with some love and some respect a little bit more. Don't mean everybody gonna be perfect. So don't be so upset when everything don't go your way. Everybody won't react when they don't get what they want. Relax. Start giving yourself what you want. And now you're not as needy of others. Now people won't control you. Sometimes it get confused from leading and controlling. Most people don't know the difference because a lot of similarities. But make sure you're choosing wisely. It's going to always be some trial and error. It's going to always be some ups and downs. Check out Bosch. The season going real good. That's something I've been watching. I love how his daughter is just like him. She going through things just like him. I like a lot of the things he going through. He really tapping more into a detective, investigator role. And he going to have to save his own life real soon. So Bosch is a real good show. And again, go back and check out the original Bosch if you need something to watch. 5, 6 seasons. Amazon Prime. Check that out. Now, I told y'all House of David. I know a lot of y'all don't be wanting to support religion. I get it. But there was some quality TV watching, especially once I focused, okay? I had to rewatch a couple episodes, but once I got back locked in, I understood what was going on. I'm going to be honest, though. It's super hard keeping up with the names. It's super hard kind of paying attention to who related to who married to who dating who. I don't know. But outside of that, I like the show. 8 to 10 episodes, and we already know how this was going to end. and it ended just as such. Now, I don't know why God gave David the strength to defeat Goliath. I think some of that had to be in the fact that everybody else was scared. And he was the only one who was brave enough to go out there. At least in the movie, when he showed up, he looking around wondering why nobody then went out there and tried. All of them and one of him, and nobody then went out there to try to attempt anything. And it's been days while they just staring at him. And he talking cash money, begging somebody to come and fight him. And David, this scrawny young guy who plays an instrument. Plays very well, they say, but plays an instrument. He's not known for fighting. His brother's known for fighting, and his brother's not choosing to fight. Goliath is pretty big. Paul. I like how they told the story. House of David, check it out. Check it out, please. Now, I'm watching a few other things. I want to give you 2 more recommendations, 2 more updates to some things I'm watching. Outside of the normal, Law and Order, we watching. SVU and regular, we watching. Abbott Elementary, we watching. Every episode, on time. You looking for quality TV, go there. When in doubt, Abbott and Law and Order. Every time. Just want to always throw that in there. And Gregory got to be principal for a couple of days, so not too much. But I like some of the storyline, but it's just quality TV right now. I'm just enjoying watching. I'm laughing. That's all I like right now. Not the highest expectations, but quality and consistency. That's all we need. Now, Dope Thief. Only about 5 episodes. I'm caught up. I hope you caught up. Your guy, Brian Tyree Henry. Your boy was on ATL originally. Rolling on ATL. I kind of wish that was another quality show that stayed around. Super funny. A lot of the funny black quality shows, they don't want to stay around. Maybe it's the business. Who knows? Maybe they're not getting paid enough. Who knows? But we losing good content. We need more. I don't know. People stick together more. Maybe people want to keep working, keep creating. But Dope Thief, very, very quality show. Interesting storyline. I don't know why his mama needed that little dog. It's something about little dogs that be bothering me. I don't know what it is, It's something about the fact that they always want to bark louder than the big dogs, it seems like. Seems like you got to worry about the little dog more than the big dogs, but his mama loved that little dog, okay? But don't mess with people who might want to mess back. Some people might not play fair. And why did they have to go and do that to the guy at the pawn shop? He didn't know them guys like that. He just knew they was going in there buying and selling, wheeling and dealing. But they tortured that man and barely even got a little information. I know they were friendly, but not enough to be losing your life. You got to fight back. I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to be super interesting. Now, I like the lawyer chick. He going to try to find a way to, get around in that some type of way. No Paul. And he won't thank her for getting his daddy out. Even though he don't like his daddy, even though he going to be liking his daddy real soon, because daddy kind of saving the day. Sometimes you need your daddy. You know what I mean? That's what we saying to the children, to the mamas. Sometimes daddy need to be around a little bit more. Not always more, but sometimes some more. That daddy love now. If he ain't acting right, he need to be acting right first. Fellas, you need to be acting right. Mother's Day coming up. You showing love? No, I ain't showing love. No, I don't know. No, I don't know. Just be smart, fellas, is all I'm gonna tell you. Be smart. Be smart. Show love if love need to be shown. That's what I'm saying. If you ain't been doing right, this the time you need to be stepping up, okay? Not too much, not too much. Not too much on y'all either, because it's going to be around my birthday. So we celebrating me all month. Not the latest. Not the latest in the month of May. Not this May. Not this upcoming May. Not too much on y'all. So we showing y'all a little love right now, but I don't even know we're going to talk about y'all next month. Just let y'all know. So somebody we want to talk about, somebody we been rocking, because everybody could make a mistake. Everybody could do something and learn from it. Rebuild over time. Jonathan made. Shout out the plug. Shout out the plug. Plug, you know what I mean? He don't even be listening, but shout out the plug, because I get to watch everything. Sometimes I might want to wait for crystal clarity, but I ain't got to wait that long. And I get to see live stuff all the time. But sometimes the move's still in the move. I might want to wait a week or two, a couple of weeks. If I'm really not in a rush, I'll wait a month. Wait till it's super crystal, you know what I mean? But I ain't even wait that long for this. Came up. Dun, 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 dun. I said, ooh, let me pause right now, go get set up right, make sure, you know what I mean, I'm ready. And, it's about bodybuilding if you're into that. If you're into working out, you should watch the movie. If you need to be working out, you should watch the movie. Look, I got inspired. I had to go hit the weights a little bit. I told you I'm back in the gym, so I'm super inspired. Because he was dedicated. He was a little special now. He was a little something going on. Something going on. I don't know. It took a twist. It had a nice little turn in the show. The man had dreams, aspirations. But I don't know if you qualified. Everybody want what they want don't mean they doing what they need to be doing to earn it the right way. I don't know. Not too much. Magazine Drain. Hey, shout out Jonathan again. He didn't rebuild his life. Got his lady on his own. Shout out the ladies. Sometimes you need it more than you think you're a good lady, a consistent lady. Now, he needed one of them, seemed like. And that movie, Ben was supposed to come out. I've been heard about this years ago. And I thought it was supposed to come out. But then all of a sudden the drama came, and then you never heard nothing. They had to put it on hold. And now it finally came out after he didn't rebuild his career. He had to start first by rebuilding his personal life. They say Megan Good. That's nice. That's nice. Fellas like that. Megan Good, she all right. Quality looking a little bit. You see she had Pastor. So, Pastor must have had eyes too. I don't know. God got eyes. I don't know. I don't know. She was something. She was all right. But he didn't rebuild himself. He deserved a second chance just like everybody else deserved a second chance. And it ain't for none of us to be given a second chances. We gonna start right there with me. Cause ain't nobody who ain't perfect supposed to be judging nobody else. I know y'all listen and y'all judge. Cause I judge too quietly, but not loudly at all. I respect the difference. Me, I mind my business. They say I be minding my business too much. Pastors say I be minding my business too much. Say I need to be talking more and trying to be being more of a witness. Now I be telling y'all go to church, so I be trying to do my witnessing through my podcast. Okay. I talk about it in person. I be talking about the Lord anytime I get. And I ain't gonna go too deep. I ain't selling you on nothing. I ain't recruiting you to my church again, but you need to be in somebody's church. I'm asking everybody if they went to church after Easter. Now, I might not go to work on Monday. I don't know. But I might need to take a day off. I don't need to take a few days off, but I'm trying to save some. I don't know why. All the way because I got a lot of days. People at work saying, hey, you been here how long? Dang, you getting that many hours of paycheck? I said, I guess. I don't know. I better start looking, But I'm all right over here, okay? we doing all right. We need to take some time off real soon. So we just trying to be smart about our time. We got some trips coming up. Kid got some tournaments coming up this summer. So your boy gonna be traveling, being Coach Dad real soon. So hopefully we do well, because we're going to be practicing once school let out. We're going to give a few weeks of rest, but then we're going to spend a few weeks and really kind of lock in, especially since we don't have to juggle multiple things at one time. We're going to kind of focus. So we're going to make sure we give it all we got a little bit. See, that's what's key. Do the best you can to be able to achieve great things. Ladies achieving great things out here in the world, especially in a lot of these other shows I'm watching. A lot of shows showing love to the black lady. They're showing them as being the president. Now, I wonder if they thought Kamala was going to win, and so they created these movies thinking they was going to already be ahead of the game. I don't know, but nonetheless, I still love what I'm seeing. And G20, Miss Viola Davis, Miss Annalise Keaton, you back at it. You be in shape, bro. You be doing your warrior princess movies. That I loved. I really loved that movie. You be acting your ass off. I get it. You was on Amazon Prime this time. So check out Amazon, Annalise Keaton, Viola Davis. She doing her thing in this movie. It's quality. It's cool. You people, just something to watch. Nah, I've been home a lot, so all we doing is watching movies and sport. Nah, I love the sport. And again, shout out to Plug, because I'm watching everything. I was able to watch the boxing match. I was able to watch the UFC fight. I'm able to catch it all. So I appreciate that. When the games and the special events, when Netflix only, I'm catching all that. So I'm very excited about that. That occupies a lot of my time when I'm not recording, when I'm not working. Now, I do miss bowling a lot. I think about it all the time. I'll be thinking about all my latest moves, all the adjustments I had just been making. So to some degree, I've been practicing in my head. Although I'm glad I'm resting a little bit, because I want to be able to really help the kid improve some things when we get a break. So I'm going to need some practice. She going to need some practice. Might as well practice together. Now, some more sports news. I told y'all Florida was going to win. I don't know if y'all used my picks or not. I don't know if y'all made some money. Use your winnings. Support the pod. Buy some merch, okay? Always buy some merch. Now, you see, UConn, they was able to win. I thought it was going to be a little more competitive against South Carolina. I thought South Carolina had a really good chance. But Miss Dawn Staley did not like to play the sophomore point guard that I thought was the best player on the team, really. I don't know really what the issue was. And I believe whatever it was led to her transferring after the end of the season. So hopefully she go to a good spot. I'm curious to see where she goes. I was intrigued that the girl who used to play for Notre Dame didn't go to the WNBA and transferred to TCU. But I believe she probably going to make way more money. So shout out to her. So I'm liking what I'm seeing, although I don't think Ohio State fans are liking seeing the VP drop the trophy at the White House. That's why you don't need to go. It's bad luck over that way. You let the wrong people touch some things, bad things happen. Some more sad news. I want to say rest in peace to the guy, Kyron Lacey, the wide receiver from LSU, who really was leaving early because, one, he was good, but two, he was going through some things with the law. He had that unfortunate situation where he called someone to die. He swerved around that corner. Whoa. He whoa too much, and he took somebody's life. And they said he was going to have to do a little time. He was actually supposed to go to court the next day to start trial. And supposedly he took his life. Everybody not willing to do the time for the crime. If you're heavy in church, you'll know that taking your own life is not necessarily something that you believe in as much. So I just feel for those who do feel like that's their only way out. People need to be more in tune with the Lord. Again, that's where you need to be at. You're going through some things. Tap in there first. Stop trying to talk to somebody else. Tap in with the Lord. Figure out what he want, direct you to. He just gonna send you some signs when you're talking to him. Then wait to see what come your way. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep doing what you're doing, but talk to him. Keep your business to yourself a little bit more, and watch what start coming your way naturally. He wants you to start just leaning on him and watch him get you out of some of your situations. Now, I do have a message for my Saints. The draft's coming up. I'm even more happy that our quarterback has some problems because it seemed like y'all should have let him go in the off season and y'all was bringing him back. I don't know why. I would have traded him a long time ago, especially when a lot of teams was needing some quarterbacks. So I would have definitely let them have ours. Let's start fresh. And I would love if y'all go ahead and get a black quarterback, preferably Shador. I like that. I like that a lot. Bring some of that prime time energy to New Orleans. I didn't think it would be possible. I think we need some other pieces too, but I like that. I like that upgrade a lot. So can we make that happen? That'll make me feel good, Saint. So who that? Over this way, please. I'll save a few more of my NFL draft predictions as we get a little closer. I think we got about another week or two. So on one of the next episodes, I definitely let you know who I think going in the top 10. Okay, because I got a few sleepers. Travis Hunter say he want to play both sides, but if a team who draft him don't let him do that, he gonna quit playing football. Now I don't know what else he could do. He was pretty smart in school, so that might mean something. But I'm pretty sure all his endorsements are based on him playing, not him not playing. So I don't think he want to go get a regular job. But somebody might call his bluff. I'll be prepared. That's all I know. I believe he should be doing some of this if that's where he want to be at. Now, sir, I think if you want longevity in life, I do think at some point you might have a long career if you don't play both sides because they're not going to pay you double the money. If I'm playing two positions, yeah, you might want 2 checks, but I don't think they're going to give you 2 checks. I don't think they're going to give you 1.5. So keep that in mind. It should be all about the money. Now, you know, I'm all about who's playing basketball. They playing basketball. They playing basketball. They playing basketball. NBA playoffs, baby. We here. I'm ready. I told y'all we were gonna get the 3rd seed. Luka, Bronny, no AD, Lakers in 5. That's where we at, baby. You know, everything Lakers in 5 right now. You know, shout out LeBron. I saw you kind of almost hurt yourself. I don't know what was going on with that, bro. Definitely go take care of that, please. You got about a week. First game on Saturday. We need you to be healthy, bro. Sorry. We know you're a little older. We got you some help. So we know you're loving that. So now we need you to be a little more healthy. Play some defense, rebound the ball, but be healthy. That's it. We're going to take care of the rest. So not too much on what we think we saw, but we ain't really see that. We going to be all right. We ain't even playing, so we going to be all right. Lakers in 5. Don't worry about that. Minnesota, we like Ant-Man, but nobody show no love to go back. So we not about to start right now, okay? We know he going to do some things, but we going to do some things. That's all I know. We got Luka. You know, and Luka was just in Dallas. And, hey, look, it's okay to cry, fellas. It's okay to drop a few tears from time to time and still go whip that ass. Still go handle business. Luka went back. Gave him 45. Luka be shooting a lot of threes. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes too many threes, in my opinion, but he be making them. And he averaging 30. So keep doing what you're doing, playboy. AR-15. Keep doing what you're doing, playboys. Hey, look, we show love to multiple communities over here. JJ Redick should get some consideration, Coach of the Year. I know one thing he not gonna do: lose his job. A lot of y'all didn't believe. Therefore, you didn't achieve. Hey, look, not too much, but we see what y'all had to do over there, Denver. We not sure what, but y'all say Coach wasn't handling business. Phoenix, y'all couldn't even make the playoffs. All that money y'all be spending. Coach, you fired too. You just got there, bro. People making change. My only thing, everybody's still gonna get paid. Interesting. Millions. I'm just saying, can you just take care of these student loans I got? I mean, what can I apply for some relief? Some donations or something from the right people. That's all I'm saying. I don't need them buying no merch. I need them putting some money in the pocket over here. They giving away money like that. How you still get paid to not go to work? I really love all the matchup, East and West. I'll make a few more predictions next episode. I really was hoping we played Golden State in the first round, only because I see they're a little banged up. I see Curry ain't what he used to be right now. They've been overworking the man a little too much. And Jimmy Butler only could give so much help offensively. And they finding ways to, not make it easy for Steph, although he still be doing his thing. But they might not even make it to the playoffs. I'm going to try to watch the game tonight, but they might not beat John the Grizzlies to even get the 7th seed. I don't know. Not too much on them. We worried about making it easy for us. So Lakers in 5, although Joker is having the best season of his career. And he's won multiple MVPs with not as great of numbers as compared to this year. So it's going to be interesting. But I do hope Shea get it. I thought he should have got it last. Now, LeBron James. I think he deserved getting his first male athlete doll by Mattel, Barbie. I like that. I thought, they made sure they didn't show his hairline, no bald spot. Nice accessories, look like. Seemed kind of expensive though. Seemed like, $80 before tax. So, you see your boy already got dolls. Your boy already got figures that he caught on sale. Random, so we not going out our way. But if we see, we might buy. We gonna see. I don't know. Some people be making it too difficult. People don't really show love. They just won't buy and resell. I don't like that. If I find it at the store, I'll buy it one day. If I don't, then I don't. So if you see it and you give me one. Sometimes you need good friends in your life to help you out. Now, Dwight Howard, he looking for some friends. He hoping Shaq be his friend again and help him out, introduce him at the Hall of Fame. Shout out to Dwight. He deserved that. Shout out to Carmelo. He deserved that. A few other people, Sue Bird, Sylvia Fowle, one of them dream teams, nice little class. But I don't be liking Dwight be begging for some friendships, begging for some people to like him, I don't know, Dwight. I wish you would, focus on some other things, bro. I do. But Shaq said he'd do it for you. So I don't know. Shaq be playing too many games. But Shaq would be a good person to have as your friend. So maybe y'all could get it together, figure it out. And Dwight, hey, bro, I just told everybody it's okay to cry. It is. But you be crying a lot, though, bro. Publicly, Again, keep doing you. It's okay to cry publicly. I'm just saying, we don't always have to cry. If you really got a lot you're going through, a therapist will help. You got to start talking some of that stuff through. Don't just be waiting till you get on camera to then want to be emotional, okay? Some of y'all only want to go on social media with your problem because you ain't got no friends. Or you don't have nobody you trust, so you want to go talk to some random people you don't even know. Again, This don't make no sense, but we all want to share more of our business on social media. Let's find a way to stop doing that. Like I said, my birthday coming around, I'm already scaling back even more. So find ways to not follow the trends no more. At least right now. We can't keep talking about how it's not helping, but we keep participating. That don't make no sense. If they're not treating you right, if it's not best for you, why are you still doing it? I was talking to my uncle. He been losing some weight. I said, hey, what you doing? He said, hey, just less food, less portion. I said, okay, keep it up. I'm like, hey, you learn you don't really need it anyway. It tastes good. It tastes damn good. But you won't be here a lot more than you don't. And you don't be leaving early behind no food. I'm sorry. I eat salad every day before I leave early. Too many people leaving too early. Some people think it's only mentally they need to be working on, but I saw this post. The post said, everybody think they emotional, got something going on. Go run a lap real quick, and you gonna learn you need more work with your physical than you do your mental. Just gonna throw that out there. I thought that was so true. Now I'm gonna repost that one, okay? I want you to see that one, but take care of yourselves, please. We're not here forever. And we don't know when our time is coming. So hopefully we got good people around them. Hey, shout out Wallow from $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Just seemed like a good guy who wasn't always a good guy. He done been through some things. He was in jail. Don't get it confused. People can change. Everybody like who he is today, but ain't nobody was liking who he was back in the day. And guess what? He wouldn't be who he was today if he didn't have to go to jail. That's just fact. What he went through, because his own doing, is what changed him to make him be who he is today. Because we can grow, we can be better, we can do better. And he preaching, he helping, he doing good things. He trying to provide positive messages. Now, he recently helped save somebody's life. A guy from jumping off a bridge one day out, I guess, wherever they stay, somewhere in Philly. But no one asked him to do this. But I guess he was passing by and saw and tried to help. And luckily, he was able to help. They say it took about 2 hours to get this guy down. They had to call some more family members to help talk, but it worked out. But you never know what people going through in the world. They don't need to be in everybody's business. You don't need to be helping with your money, but you could be nice. You could be friendly. That's it. Everybody needs some love. Everybody needs some help. I hope somebody helped Justin Bieber. I don't know what's going on. We're not hearing no music. You was having some issues with your health at one point. You just had a baby. Shout out to you. It's not easy. So you young. You can have all the money in the world. A kid will show you some new things. That money can't help. So seemed like he crying for some help though in the public again. I hate that people always want to reach out that way, but it seemed like he got some friends who want to work with him. Hopefully some things transpire. Hopefully people not just trying to build some type of personal gain. Hopefully people just not trying to benefit off of people and people genuinely want to help. So hopefully he gets some of that if that's what's needed. Maybe Miss Tina Knowles need to help somebody. I don't know. She going on tour. Everybody got a tour right now. I saw Uncle Charlie got a tour. Uncle Charlie and Friends. Now that sounds like the best tour. I ain't gonna hold it. Outside of Chris Brown, the Uncle Charlie and Friends sound good. Babyface, Elder Ball. I like that. Somebody else was gonna be on that too. I forgot the full person, but a lot of old heads. But again, I know they gonna be charging. The price gonna be high. I don't know if I really want to go. But I know it's gonna be quality. Just like Chris Brown. I know Chris gonna be quality. But I ain't got to go see it, bro. Just like I don't have to go buy a LeBron doll. I don't have to go support y'all and get y'all my money. I still play all the music. I still watch the game. I'm still show support and love, but in my way, not in your way, in my way. Okay, I can't give you my money every time you feel like you got something you want to sell. I can't do that. You see, I ain't gonna keep creating new things. I'm gonna keep getting you the same bucket hats and the same apron for you to keep coming back and buy. I wish Miss Tina Knowles go help out Carrie Hilson. You see, she's still hurt. You see, she still can't release no music, even though she ready. She looking all right. She performing them same old songs, but she seem a little hurt still. She says she ain't even write the song, but if you go out and promote the song, you participate in the song, it's just the same. We don't care about that. Beyonce said we want all the smoke with whoever wants smoke with us, and you participated, so you deserve some smoke. Maybe you need to go on social media and say you're sorry. Maybe you need to say it a little more louder. I don't know, but you need to give a more public apology. That's the only way you're going to be able to start releasing new music if you can. But maybe you're doing well for yourself. So if you all move on, you ain't got to keep talking about this. I wish Ja Rule and 50 Cent would stop talking about whatever they had issues with 30 years ago. 50, you need to have more love in your heart, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Not too much, but a little bit. Smoking on that herb pack ain't it, bro. That ain't right. You ain't living right. It wasn't needed. And I don't know what Ja Rule gonna come and do. And I just wish whatever y'all do, y'all get off social media. That's all I want to say. Just get off social media, do what you're gonna do, but do it privately. Drake say he got 3 more songs he threw out there quietly. Now, I didn't listen. They're not official, so I didn't go listen. But everybody I heard who heard say it slaps. Say they going straight to the playlist when they become official. So just know we ready for the summertime. Might get some new songs for my birthday. So we might be outside quietly. Quietly. We're not telling. But might go do. I don't know. But Drake, throw them songs out there. Now, I told you I ain't doing the boots on the ground. I don't like line dancing. Mainly because I don't like the line dance culture, I guess. I don't know. The DJ be playing a song too long. Then he go into the next line dance song, then the next line dance song. I don't need 2, 3, 4 line dances back to back to back. Okay. So I barely want the first one. After Cha Cha Slide, I was kind of over it. Okay. So I'm getting over this boots on the ground, although I know y'all loving it. Y'all got custom fans out here. I think it's cute. They got the kids learning the dances. I like it. It's going to be at all the cookout. So hire me if you need a DJ. I'm going to play it for you. Even though I don't like it, even though I ain't going to dance to it, I know that's what you want to hear. I'm definitely going to play that one. I don't play too many line dance songs, but I'm definitely going to play that boots on the ground once or twice if you like. Now, Usher back in the news, stealing somebody else's girl who didn't need to be at the concert eating no cherry. Now, she a little older gal. Not too old, not too much on her, but she was trying to live her best life. She was trying to get her Kiki Palmer on. She seemed like she had a nice little outfit on that she don't be wearing at home. That's what a man said. A man said she don't do none of that. She don't like doing none of that with me. But all of a sudden I see her on TV, and that hurt my feelings. See, fellas, ladies say you can't have feelings. But if you do, you going to learn sometimes that they be hurting them. The ladies hurt your feelings too if you go tap into what your feelings supposed to be feeling like. So ladies, you be doing something too sometimes. And he wasn't feeling what she was doing, eating them cherries, staring at Usher's eyes like that. She was having the best time of her life and then had to go home to some repercussions. Just know, don't play if you can't play. Everybody ain't with everything. Just make sure everybody with it first, maybe. Make sure you being fair to all. I don't know. Neil say he being fair. Again, Neil, stop telling us. But all y'all want to do is ask him about his relationship. I ain't heard nobody say, when that new music coming out, Neil. We heard the slap. It's still on the playlist. I like that one. That's on both playlists. That Neo slap, the last one, slap. But Neo, where the music, bro? I know you on tour. Where the music? We not going to the tour, bro. I want the music. I know you having fun though. I see you doing your thing. Ladies seem happy, so not too much. But everybody want to know. Just move around, bro. Get everybody out your business, and you gonna do that if you drop some music. Hey, Jacquees, I hope you drop some solo music, because your joint album, that's not too bad. I got some of them joints on the playlist too. I like it. But your kid's mom don't like it too much. And she ain't got no job, so she be paying attention. She be expressing herself on social media too. So she not the happiest, and she blaming everything on the postpartum. So not too much on the postpartum. Ladies don't like the fellas saying too much on the postpartum. So I'm gonna be quiet because I don't be politically correct none of the time. So not too much right now, ladies. But can y'all just love up on each other? I don't know. But Jacquees, you doing some things. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. Somebody not saying something. That's all I want to say. Hey, but somebody like Kevin Gates, hey, bro, I don't know what you're doing. You and Brittany Renner. They say she's somebody else. I don't know. And everybody was wondering why she was dressed like that a lot of months ago. I don't know. Kevin Mata, you know what I mean? I don't know. Now, I ain't saying that's no upgrade. I like Drika, though. I like the little family atmosphere, but I don't know everybody's business. Maybe some things ain't always what it look like. Everybody think they know what everybody else going through, but they ain't there. Sometimes it's not what you think it is. That's why I'm trying not to be in their business, because I know it don't look all the way some things, but it do look like everybody involved is content. So she ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying. Moving on. Some more people who ain't saying nothing. Mariah Carey, Anderson Paak. See, ain't that much music dropping. I'm still listening to love songs for you, sexy songs for you. That's what I'm listening to. So, not that many new music. But we in music drama news real quick. Not too much on there, because we don't like to really talk about the relationships as much. But we seeing, and you want us to see. But I'm letting you know, keep us out your business a little bit more. And then maybe your business be a little more smooth. But a lot of y'all won't make money off your business and think that God like that. God don't like all money things. He like you to donate, give back, take less, help others. Not always help yourself. So sometimes all that money ain't good for you. Sometimes it's gonna come with some things you can't control. I like how Mariah Carey and Anderson Paak doing their thing, but they ain't saying nothing. They around, they out, but they ain't saying nothing. I like not saying nothing. I wish Miss Keisha Cole wouldn't say as much. I wish she would stay on social media too. I wish she would get a little more love. She always been saying she needed some love. I wish she really get the love she need, but it seemed like she might be looking for love in a lot of the wrong places. I thought Tiana Taylor and Iman was loving up, and then you see everything ain't what it's supposed to be. Sometimes things have ran its course. Unfortunately, we don't always like how things unfold. Everybody don't still have love in their heart enough to make sure everything move accordingly and quiet and respectfully. Some people want to start dividing some things that ain't for them. I don't know. Everybody think they part of the process, but wasn't in the gym shooting with you when you were trying to figure things out. I don't know. Keep that in mind when you're selecting those who ain't got nothing. I'll find you somebody who got something to bring to the table, and then they ain't looking at what you bring to the table as much. That's the great thing. When you have something to bring, you're not worried about getting from somebody else. You just trying to make sure you don't lose what you got. So get you some first. Keep that in mind. Get you some business, get you some money, and then see how you start getting some more opportunities, some more possibilities coming your way. Chris Brown, Carucci, smiling, laughing, you know. Hey, fellas, you don't know how to tell no jokes? You don't know how to make the ladies laugh? I mean, sometimes that's all you gotta do. Sometimes it ain't spending money. Sometimes bedroom action is important, okay? Make sure you're handling your business. Got to shut it down in the bedroom, okay? Fellas, if you can't do nothing else, you got to bring it in there. A game, A+ game, okay? Outside of that, tell them some jokes. Chris Brown had Carucci laugh. She was laughing back in the day. She had a little flashback. I ain't gonna hold you. Chris said he was looking like something. My birthday coming up. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Breezy. Shout out my homegirl Nash. Our birthday is coming up. The big 4-0. Mr. Chris Breezy. You not almost 4-0, but you in your 30s. So, you know, you getting up there too, bro. But I like, you know, sometimes you might need to slide back, bro. If you're allowed to. You know, Carucci, see how Ashanti out there shining, happy, glowing. And everybody saw how she ain't want nothing to do with Nelly back in the day, but she changed her mind. She started to believe in second chances. And now she got a little family. Think about adding more to the family. And look at them acting right. Sometimes you're young, you're dumb, you need to just grow, learn, figure it out. It take time. Keep people out your business a little bit. Maybe you do it better the next time. Miss Michelle Obama, she said she was trying to keep people out of her business. And people start speculating that her and her man wasn't going to be together too much longer. They said, why you not with your man all the time? She said, first off, why you in my business? I can't do something for self? See, the moment I start thinking of me, I start thinking, you know what, let me go and worry about my mental health, not always had to be at everything presidential, especially with what's going on right now, especially with who in there right now. We don't want to see him. Even though he all right when he ain't doing this type of stuff, you know, when he ain't doing this type of stuff in the world, he all right. I just seen them laughing and stuff, having a good little conversation. Probably decent human being when he by himself, when he ain't got no power, when he can't mess nothing up. But she say, y'all need to get you some business. Worried about what she got going on. Worried about why her house might not be going with it. She said, we good over here. He said, don't be worried about us. Y'all got another president y'all need to be worried about. And y'all ain't doing a good job with that. You know, I said a lot of this, okay? I'm paraphrasing, okay? But a lot of y'all worry about the wrong thing. A lot of y'all watching what other people doing. Seeing all the drama. Everybody knew about all the relationship drama going on that we were just talking about, but you don't want nobody to know about your little drama. You don't want nobody to know about your little business. You don't want to work on yourself. You don't want to get better with yourself. See, keeping people out your business. Stop worrying about other people's business. Thinking you could help everybody else. Maybe you'll be able to finally help yourself. Maybe you'll be able to work on some of the things you've been needing to work on too. This the time. It ain't never too late. And guess what? Tomorrow not promised. We not gonna be here forever.
I can't do it, then it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right?